Alright guys, welcome. Learned Investor here. I wasn't going to make this video because I've been ill, but I went ahead and knocked it out anyway, so you guys are just going to have to bear with the voice and the coughing when it comes around. We lost out on our VIX spread. If I'd followed the trade plan, probably would have been a gain, but I didn't, and lesson learned again. Those are difficult lessons to learn, but you're going to learn these as an investor, especially if you're just getting started. So we went ahead and rolled right on to the next one, which is a vertical spread, a bear call 27.28 on the SPY. And I'm going to talk about why. First of all, the spread's only got 2 days left. Initiated today on Wednesday for a net credit I'm going to get to later, and we've only got 2 more days. I was looking at the SPY daily chart, and we've got this great wedge formation going on here. And if you look at the wedge trend line, it is all underneath the 127 strike. So as long as we stay underneath that 127, we're going to be looking at close to maximum profit. Not going to look for the maximum profit. I'm going to get to that later. But further analyze this, we've got a 4-day downtrend that's been unbroken in the SPYs. Even though we've got those 2 green candles on there, we're still in a downtrend. It's still unbroken. We're still seeing the resistance right there. And that's great. That's really what I want for this trade. I want it to close underneath that 127. So we went ahead and entered into the trade already. We did that earlier today. Here's what I was looking at when I was making my decision on strikes and as well as with the analysis. And as you can see, we got the individual view up top. We got a 31 and an 18 delta on those 2 strikes. Prefer to have, 30s to 20s delta when I do these spreads. 31, I'll go with it. Our combined spread delta is 13, which is great. For those of you who don't understand, theoretically, every dollar that this spread moves, I'm going to gain or lose 13 cents. For example, if the SPY goes up to 126, I'm going to lose $13 as it stands right now. Of course, as it gets closer to the end of the money, the delta changes. So that delta would change as it got closer to 26. The rest of the Greeks, they all looked great. The theta, the time decays, I got it working for me, so I'm feeling decently confident. Alright, so on to the cost analysis. We're estimating the commission costs in this. So we're going to look at bought it for 32 net credit per contract for 6 contracts. Cost me, I got credited roughly 182 bucks. We're looking to get out of the trade at about 10 cents. Net debit, just try and get out of it. Early on, I'm trying to cut these risks short as best as possible. So we're going for the 70 debit to get on out of it. And 44 cents is my stop. If it gets up to 44 cents, I'm cutting the trade loose. So we've got a max profit of 112 and a max loss of 92. So we got to go on to our risk analysis now. We've got 112 and 92, so our risk is roughly 90 over 110 or 4 to 5. Not the best risk to reward ratio. However, for a vertical spread, this many indicator setups, you got to remember we've got the wedge. We've got 2 days left till expiration. Really, tomorrow is probably going to be the big deal for this. Fridays are usually less volatile, especially for these weekly expirations. We've got that descending trend line that hasn't been broken, and we've got that combined delta of 13. It's a very acceptable risk to reward ratio, honestly. We're risking roughly 17% of the account. We've got that. We got to skew that risk to reward right now. If we had $1,000, then we wouldn't risk 17% of 1,000, but we don't have 1,000, so you got to give a little bit on the risk to reward, but we still need to stop and we still need to mitigate the risk as much as possible. We're doing that with the stop. The stop's already in there. I will have no control over it. If it gets to 44, it's selling. So we'll see what the market brings. If you get a chance and you want to follow this trade, go to learnedinvestor.blogspot.com, and I'll be doing my daily posts as often as I can. Thanks for watching.